Well, hello, friends. Real quick before we kick off the episode, I have to let you know about something exciting. I am seriously considering having an upgraded version of this podcast where you get bonus episodes and exclusive content. But here's the deal, I'm trying to decide what that content and those episodes should be. I do have some ideas, and I was wondering if you could vote really quick and tell me what you think about what would entice you, what would be interesting to you to get as bonus episodes on this podcast. For example, deeper dives into topics. Maybe I'm answering questions that many of you ask about starting or growing a business. Maybe even overhearing coaching calls, something like this. It would be a paid, upgraded version of this podcast, not very expensive at all, probably just a handful of dollars a month, but it be extra content for you to help you along your journey. My whole goal is to help you build your business dream. And I would love to offer you even more because some of you are asking for it. So if you could just look down in the show notes right now, there's two ways you can give me your answers. Number one, I have a Google form with 5 quick questions. It can be anonymous. You just answer them and vote on what would be interesting to you. Or number two, I have a voice memo system. You can just click it and you could just leave a voice memo with your phone right now and just record it and tell me what kind of topics, what things would be interesting to you behind the scenes, market news, what would be things that would be extra that would be really valuable to you. So thank you all so much. Okay, on to the episode. Well, hello, I'm Kimberly Brock, and for the last 20 years, I've been running my own businesses that have not only been profitable, but personally fulfilling to me. And so now I'm on a mission to help other women just like you do the exact same thing. Now we're going to have some fun, so let's get started. Well, hello, this is Kimberly. It's episode 74, and I am so glad that you are listening today because I'm sharing with you why you need to create a solid foundation for your business. You wouldn't build your house on quicksand, would you? You would not. That's why you're not going to do it with your business either. You want this business to be successful and sustainable, right? So I'm so glad you're here because I'm going to share with you those, and you need to know why you're doing this, right? If you are new here, welcome. I'm so glad that you found this podcast because each week I provide you with tips and strategies and tools for starting your own business and making money doing what you love. So if you're new, 2 things you need to do really quick. The first one is hit subscribe. If you're in Apple Podcasts, whatever player you're in, hit subscribe because then you'll get notified when I drop new episodes and you won't miss out on a thing. The second thing you need to do right now is scroll down. I have a link to my private Facebook group, which is amazing. You need to get in it if you're on Facebook. The second thing you need to do is I have downloads there listed in that area where you can see I've got a free 16-step checklist. Yes, because you need a handy little checklist as you're starting your business. And I have a business purpose guide. So if you're in the idea stage and you're really just trying to nail down your business idea, get the guide and work through it because it's going to help you really figure out how your passions and skills match up to create a viable business. If you've been listening a while, thank you so much to all my loyal listeners. Y'all are amazing. I'm going to give a shout out right now, as I promised you that I do. I read these reviews and they warm my heart. They make me feel so good. I wanted to read this one real quick. The title of it is Can't Tell You How Encouraging You Are to Me. It says, Hi, Kimberly. I've listened to your podcast for several weeks, almost daily, and I'm about to start episode 42. I cannot tell you how much you've encouraged me and given me realistic views about starting and building a business. I feel like you are talking only to me. Thank you so much, Deborah Parker. And this is from Deborah. I know who she is. You know why? She's in my Facebook group and she's in my Just Start beta group. She is making great strides in her business, and I just am loving seeing all the progress. She is actively working to grow her business. So, Deborah, you are amazing. Thank you so much for taking time to write this awesome review. And if you've been listening a while and you have never left a review, I would be so grateful if you would. You can do 2 ways. You can hit 5 stars. If you scroll down right now, there's usually a rating button and it has 5 stars. So hit the 5 stars right now and then you're done. Or if you have 30 seconds to write a quick written review like Deborah did, it helps Apple and the other players show it to more people like us who are just trying to make money doing what we love by starting our own business. So if you could leave a review, it means so much to me. Thank you so, so much. Thank you, Deborah, and everyone else who's been leaving great reviews. And I just really appreciate it. Okay, on to the episode. Well, hello. I'm so glad that you are listening today. I don't know if you're driving in the car, if you're at home, if you're on a walk, wherever you are. Thank you so much for taking time to listen to me. And I hope that this episode really makes you think about the foundation of your own business and how strong it really is. Because I want to share with you why you need to create a solid foundation. We all hear about this. They say you got to start it right. And you know what? It's true. You don't want to start your business willy-nilly, just going and just rolling the dice that this is going to work. Hope is not a plan. Let me just say that again. Hope is not a plan. That is not your business plan. Now, it may work in Vegas. I was thinking about this because, I've been to Vegas before. I've gambled, and I've been to Louisiana and gambled and other places and gambled. Have you been gambling before? Have you? You probably have. Most people have gambled for fun at home, playing poker at home or out at a casino. And it's fun and it's awesome. But like my husband and I always come with a certain amount of money because we know it's going to be gone, right? Because really we have very little strategy when we go in there. We're doing our best. I remember when we first got married, we went gambling somewhere. I don't know if it was in New Jersey. Is it legal in New Jersey? Or maybe it was Connecticut. I can't remember, somewhere, because we lived in New York City for a while. And we studied this whole Blackjack for Dummies book. Have you ever read those? Where you just read strategies about how to make sure you're playing blackjack right and all that. So we would gamble and we would lose. We always lost. We weren't card counters. We didn't have some magical force. We didn't know somebody that was working at the casino that could help us. Although that could never happen these days. There's too many regulations and cameras and all that, right? So basically, when you go gambling, you're going with hope in mind. You're hopeful that maybe this is your one chance to make it rich, right? And sometimes it works. I may have shared this story before. I was on a casino boat one time. I was playing dollar slots and it was just awesome. And I just kept winning and winning. I went in with $20 and came out with $440. And we were literally passing by this casino boat in Louisiana one morning. I was like, let's go in there. And then I walked out an hour and a half later with $440. It was amazing. Anyways, that never happened. So I've lost way more than that other times gambling, right? If you add it all up, it's more than what I won, the $440, right? So here's my point. When you gamble, you are relying on some other force or luck or whatever it is, hope that you will win. Okay? It's hope. Your business cannot be started this way. That is just dumb. Because what happens to most people when they gamble? They lose. The majority of people lose, right? You can try to instill strategies. There's card counters. There's all kinds of ways that people have become really good and sat at the high-end blackjack tables because everyone at the table is playing the same way and it helps your odds and yada, yada. But with your business, you're the only one in charge and you can't rely on hope. You can't rely on good intentions either. You can't go into this going, but I have such good intentions to build a successful business. Intentions don't get you anywhere. Actions do. A plan does. You have to map out how you are starting this business, all the foundational pieces, so that everything that the future holds has something to rely on. Okay? So let's think about it if you are having a child. Right? If you have a baby, if any of you are parents, or maybe you're an aunt, right? Or a grandparent or whatever, right? You know what it's like to bring a child up right? You know that you need to instill values and manners, and you take it seriously when you have this baby. It's a responsibility. It's the same with your business. You have a responsibility right now to do this right. Why? Because your business is way too important. It represents the impact that you're going to be able to make, and it represents the money that you're going to be able to make, right? And you all know, if you've listened to me for a long time, I do not focus on the money. I focus on the impact because I know that the money will come and you can build a sustainable business this way. I've been running my own businesses for 20 years and everything has been based on how I want to make a difference for the people that I serve, and they've all been successful. I'm building another successful business right here. You've been able to watch me start this business and grow it. I'm a case study in what I'm teaching, right? What I'm doing now, you can observe and see exactly how I'm growing my business, right? I created a solid foundation when I started this business. And now that's what I teach all of you. In fact, I've got the Just Start Academy that is about to open up here, and you can check. I may have it open by the time that you listen to this episode, but you can see when the date is that it will open. And that's all we do is establish the foundations for your business so that you have something to rely on as you move along with this business and you build it and you grow it and you expand it. Everything is based on the foundation, okay? It's just like if you build a really nice home, would you put a ton of money into this beautiful home with all this gorgeous paint, all these beautiful marble floors and beautiful decorations and everything only to be built on quicksand below it? You wouldn't. That would be the stupidest thing you've ever done. So that's what I'm trying to prevent you from doing here, okay? So let's go through these real quick. I have got 5 reasons why you need to create a strong foundation for your new business. Okay, the first one is because that is part of being a responsible business owner. Okay, when you are a parent, it is part of it to take this seriously. If you adopt a dog or a cat, you take this seriously, right? People try to train, potty train, other training, shaking hands, sitting, all that fun stuff, right? You do things to help nurture this process so that from here on out, things are good. The dog or the child or whatever it is has a solid base of the way that they are going to move forward with their life, right? Okay. So as a responsible parent, you would do that. As a responsible animal parent, you would do that. And as a business owner, it is imperative that you take this beginning part seriously. It can be totally fun. It just has to be taken seriously because after all, you have impact to make with this business. Am I right? You're doing this because you want to make a difference and you have money to make. Yep. That's why you're doing this. This is not a hobby. If we were a hobby podcast here, I would talk about how you don't really need to worry about money because it's just a hobby. This is a business. This is how you are going to try to make a living, maybe even quit your 9-to-5, make extra money so your family can go on vacations, whatever it may be, whatever your reasoning, you still have to make money. Okay? So you have impact and money to make through this business. Take it seriously. This is your responsibility as a business owner to set the foundation. Okay? The second reason why you need to create a solid foundation for your business is that it determines everything. I could have just skipped all 5 of these and just only had one main reason why you need to create a solid foundation, because this is the truth. It determines everything. It determines your marketing. It determines your branding. It determines your strategies. It determines where you show up. It determines every decision that you make because it's all based on the core foundation. Right? That is the litmus test. That is the sounding board for everything that you do. It determines everything. You don't want to waste time and money doing things that are not aligned with what your business should be, right? You have to have a solid foundation because it determines every decision you make. Okay, the third reason why you need to create a solid foundation for your business is because you need to be able to create products that are desirable for those you seek to serve and that are transformational for those you seek to serve, right? They have to be desired and they have to be worth it, right? They have to make a difference. And I know that's why you're in this anyways. You want to use your God-given gifts. You want to use that yearning that you've had for a long time, that there's more for you, right? And that you have a higher purpose to do something. And no, I'm not saying that because your higher purpose is because you're going to become a pastor or you're going to be doing something magnificent, right? But your business is serving a purpose. It's serving people, right? It's making a difference in others' lives in one way or another, okay? In order for you to create products that you are suited to sell and that your customers would love and that they would also benefit from, you have to do the foundational work to be able to determine what those products are. Some people just start their business willy-nilly and they say they want to offer a certain product, but there's really no reasoning behind it. Are they suited to sell that product? Do they have experience with that product? Do they know that their customers want the product? Do they know that it actually works and that
the customers are better off because of the product. Like there's a lot of things you don't know. If you're not able to stack it up against what the foundation is of your whole business. Okay. So let's review so far. The reasons why you need to create a solid foundation for your business are number one, because it's your responsibility as a business owner. Number two, because it determines every decision you make. Number three, because it helps you determine the right products for your people that actually will make a difference. And number four, by creating a solid foundation, it gives you the confidence to go out and share this business with the world. Did you know that as a business owner, you are going to have to actively be sharing your business with the world? You are going to have to be putting yourself out there all the time. And some people are very scared by this. It can be scary. It can be hard. You can do it in a way that is comfortable to you. So don't worry when I'm saying that I'm telling you to do something that's way beyond your comfort zone. I'm not. But I'm telling you that on a regular basis, you have to be showing up somewhere so that people know about your business. And we go into all of this in the Just Start Academy. We go through all of these ways that you will market comfortably and you will share confidently your business, right? You have to actually be confident, not a fake confidence, a real confidence in what you are offering and the transformation that it can make so that people believe you and that they are excited by you and they want to buy from you and they want to buy from you again. Okay. You have to give off a confident vibe. It's just like if you met someone, let's say you were going on a date. Okay. And you met the other person and they didn't look confident at all. And they had their head down and they were like, yeah, I got my PhD. And you're like, wait, this person is like super smart, but they have their head down. They hardly talk. They don't want to share anything. And they're like, yeah, I've traveled the world. And you're like, wait, you've traveled the world? Like there's so many fascinating things about this person, but they don't give off this confident vibe. You would have never known. They aren't open to sharing. That's what you have to be as a business owner. You have to be confident in what you're doing so that people believe you and they get you and you get them. And it's this whole lovely circle, right? You have to gain confidence. And that's what you get by creating the foundation and doing that groundwork. Okay, the fifth reason why you need to create a solid foundation for your business is to prevent wasted time and money going back and doing this later. You want to do this right now. If you're in the idea stage, if you're just starting your business, or if you've started your business and it's not going as well as you hoped, you're not getting the sales, you're not getting the visibility, my guess is you didn't create a solid foundation. And for all of you, we need to create the foundation now. So if you have not considered joining the Just Start Academy, I want to tell you, scroll down now. You can read more about it. See if it's a fit for you. I go through the 7 foundational pillars that will support you from here on out. You will have done this. And if you ever pivot your business or change it slightly, you can always go back to it. You know now what you should be doing to create a solid foundation. No more wondering if you're doing things right. And you can get feedback, right? It prevents you from going back later and having to do this all again. It's painful if you've wasted time and money and you have to go back. Okay, that's the facts. So I'm trying to help prevent pain and money wasted on your part by not creating the foundation first. Okay, so let's recap the 5 things. 5 reasons why you need to be creating a solid foundation for your business. Number 1, it's your responsibility as a business owner. Number 2, it determines everything. Number 3, it helps you determine the right products to sell. Number 4, it gives you the confidence to share this effectively with the world. And number 5, it prevents money loss, frustration, and pain from having to come back and do this later. You don't want to do that. So do you all see why this is so important? And I know your next question is, what are all the foundational pillars? What are all these things that I need to be doing? Well, if you've listened to my podcast, you probably know a lot of them, but you may not have ever gotten feedback and had someone really look at it and ask questions and really worked through it thoroughly. That's why I have the Just Start Academy, so I can spend time helping you and giving you the feedback and really making sure that you're doing this effectively and setting yourself up for success. So I'm so glad y'all are here. Again, if you are not in my Facebook group, I'm personally inviting you right now. Scroll down. You can get in the group. It's a free Facebook group. There's so many women in there. They're amazing. They are encouraging. I just saw a post here earlier. This is a Sunday afternoon, and one of the Facebook group members had bought something from another Facebook group member and then gave her a shout out and said, I just got my order from her and I love it. And my heart just sinks. I'm just so happy, and sinks in a good way. I'm just like, this literally thrills me. This is all I ever want, is people making steps, supporting each other, encouraging each other. That's why I have this group. So you're welcome to get in there. And then if you need help creating your foundational pillars and you want to get feedback and you want support to make sure that you're doing this right, come join me in the Just Start Academy. I'm inviting you there too. It is not a ton of money, but it can make a huge difference in the trajectory of your new business. Okay, that is it. Y'all have a wonderful day. We will talk soon. Bye now.
Now, this episode may be over, but our relationship does not have to end here. Head on over to KimberlyBrock.com. And yes, you can get more valuable information for your journey. And you know what? You don't need to go through this alone. I would love to help you. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye.